Welcome to Memorial Auditorium in Burlington, Vermont. Scott Brimblecombe along with Jeff Allen. And tonight, the New England Wrestling Federation presents Championship Wrestling. Last time we were here was back in May. Jeff, we got a great lineup of matches tonight, including a World's Championship, a United States Championship, and the Vermont Championship.
And a Women's Championship as well. Of course, Abdul the Butcher here tonight, managed by the godfather of wrestling, Don Barzini, and he's going up against the Sheik, and that's the main event tonight. It should be a bloodbath, as Don Barzini said.
And that's not a lot of hype. These two competitors, the Sheik and Abdullah the Bloody Butcher, have been competing all over the world against each other. They're arch rivals, both from the Arab countries overseas, and they'll be out to get each other. But I'm really looking forward to that Vermont Heavyweight Championship match. It's a stretcher match between the Masked Warrior, the challenger, and the enforcer, Ken Hooter Martin, the champion, also managed by Don Barzini. They met here in May, and the Masked Warrior had the upper hand, but some interference by Don Barzini, and Masked Warrior won by disqualification, but your championship doesn't change for disqualification.
Yeah, the Vermont Heavyweight Championship. That's what a lot of people are here to see tonight, and that should be a very good show as well. Also, Scott, on the card tonight, the Women's U.S. Championship between, Jamie West, the champion, and the number one contender, Brittany Brown, from just outside of Boston. Jamie West comes from Texas, and that is going to be a hell of a match.
That's for sure. The last time we were here, we saw the World's Women's Championship, and this time we got the United States Championship, and both ladies size up about the same, and I think it could go either way.
It certainly could. Another match on the card is the new giant of wrestling, Paul Bunyan. He stands 7'5" and 460 pounds, and that should be one to watch.
It sure should. We're getting set for our first contest. Now let's go up to the ring.
Ready for professional wrestling? First, we'd like to thank some of the participating sponsors who have helped make this show possible. Stowe Shirt and Shade, Arthur's Department Store in Morrisville, Andy's Salsa in Waterbury, and the Shed Restaurant in Stowe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first match.
Now we're getting set for our next contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Dick Willard.
Referee getting mixed reviews here in Burlington.
Now it's time for our second match. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 213 pounds, Brian Thunder Bugle.
Oh, your first competitor being introduced, Brian Thunder Bugle.
There he is, coming out from the locker room area, making his way to the ring now, Brian Thunder Bugle. Not really well liked here in Burlington.
Well, he wasn't well received the last time we were here with Adelphia Cable Sports and the New England Wrestling Federation back in May. The fans still don't like him.
Oh, God.
His opponent from Montreal, Quebec, at 200
Please.
pounds, Tony Roy.
Tommy Roy making his way to the ring right now.
And Tony Roy is very well received here in Burlington. So we get set for this contest, one fall contest, here with the New England Wrestling Federation.
Thunder Bugle still admiring himself. I think he's about the only one doing it.
Well, I have to agree with you on that.
Getting ready to wrestle now. There's a lockup.
Collar and elbow, back to the ropes, into the turnbuckle. Let's see if we get a clean break here. No. Knee by Brian Thunder Bugle.
Headbutt too. Now a chokehold. Oh, shot. 2 chops.
Irish whip to the turnbuckle. Roy reversed it. Backflip. Arm drag. Hip toss. Now Roy goes for the slam on Bugle.
And Bugle's got to stop here, trying to get out of the ring.
Well, Roy went for the drop kick, and Bugle almost went up over the top rope.
Thunder Bugle out of the ring, trying to
walks right behind us. Referee exercising the 10 count, but Tony Roy comes over to stop the 10 count. Brian Bugle outside of the ring, trying to regroup. Waste some time out here.
Good move by Thunder Bugle to get his thoughts back together. Tony Roy was really taking it to him here earlier. Roy with a headlock move. Bugle whips him to the ropes. Off the ropes, shoulder block by Roy. Another one.
This time Bugle goes down to the mat. Nice axe handle by Bugle as Roy came off the ropes. Now Brian Bugle will have the upper hand. A little showboating for the crowd here at Memorial Auditorium. Whips Roy to the rope.
Oh, elbow. He caught that elbow right underneath the chin. He's going for the pin. He hooks the legs.
And he may have the trunks there as well. The referee said he did
that's a chokehold.
Blatant chokehold.
Oh,
Kick
right
to the midsection.
Right to the abdomen.
Tony Roy's in trouble right now.
Certainly is. This Bugle Thunder Bugle has gathered his thoughts and has come on strong now. He's in control of this match right now.
Knee, feet to the midsection. Irish whip. Roy to the turnbuckle. And Bugle followed them in with the clothesline.
Bugle very much in control.
Good crowd here at Memorial Auditorium in Burlington.
Oh, and a flying
lariat. There we go for the pin. Brian Bugle right above our broadcast location here. He's going to go to the top turnbuckle. High risk move. Tony Roy is up.
Oh, Tony Roy's caught him on the top rope. Oh, he went way up in the air and landed on his back.
Very, very hard.
Thunder wants no part of it now. Tony Roy into the turnbuckle.
Irish whip into the sleeper hold. Tony Roy with the sleeper hold on Brian Bugle. Cutting off the blood supply to the brain. Those two arteries on either side of the neck, Jeff.
And it's going to be all over unless he can get out of that hold. Now he does.
Able to get to the ropes.
There's an elbow right to under the chin.
Blatant chokehold right across the top rope. Brian Thunderbugle on Tony Roy.
Oh! What's the referee doing? Referee's got to get in there and stop that.
The referee could lose control of the bout.
He's lost control as far as I'm concerned. Look out!
Tony Roy moved, and Brian Bugle went all the way to the outside of the ring. Bugle on the outside of the ring.
And he's holding his forearm and his elbow.
He could have been injured when he went out there. He may have a fractured arm.
Oh, and then Roy goes right to that elbow.
And he's going to work right on that left arm. Tied up.
2 count. Still working that arm. That's painful. As you can see, Thunder Bugle.
See the pain on his face.
Tony Roy still working that left arm.
To the ropes. And Tony Roy just caught that left arm of Brian Bugle and brought him down to the ring, down to the mat once again.
Oh, and a knee right to the arm again.
Now this could get to the point where the referee may have to stop the contest if he believes that Brian Thunder Bugle is injured.
Asking the crowds here in Burlington if you want some more, and they say yes.
A lot of pressure being applied to that arm. The referee is asking Brian Bugle whether he wants to submit. This could be career-threatening if this goes on much longer on his arm. Now he goes for a pinning combination. And Thunder Bugle was able to get out of that. Whip to the ropes.
Roy telecast that one, and Bugle took advantage as he caught him.
But Bugle still holding that left arm. He's still in a lot of pain.
Off the rope.
Spine buster by Brian Thunder Bugle. Very well placed spine buster on Tony Roy. Elbow down into the chest area of Tony Roy. Little too casual of a pin there, Jeff.
Yeah, he's about the only one that he's in love with himself, I think, this Thunder Bugle.
Going for the pile driver. Now that's the regular pile driver we see. Freight Train Fulton did that tombstone pile driver. Now look at this. This is being very arrogant. And Tony Roy's foot goes on the rope. Now a blatant chokehold by Bugle. Going for a pile driver once again. Roy able to block it. Blocks it a second time.
Roy flips him over. Right onto his back. Now the cover. 2.5.
Bugle able to kick out of it at the last moment. To the ropes again. Roy whips Bugle into the ropes.
Flying drop kick.
Nice drop kick by Roy. That hit Bugle square in the face. Now Bugle holding onto the ropes.
He's caught in the ropes, and Roy trying to flip him up over.
And that rope came right across his throat.
He's going to try it again. Slingshot. He's trying that slingshot into the top turnbuckle right in front of us. And down on the pavement.
He didn't get us. Yet.
Down to the floor area here.
You know, we were told we might be in a dangerous location, Jeff, and I think they were right. Now, Bugle pulls Roy out of the ring. Both competitors on the outside. Slam onto these mats around the ringside. Bugle goes to the ring, comes down on Roy.
Tony Roy better watch out, he not counted out.
Bugle very impressed with himself over this.
Well, as you can hear, he's about the only one here in Burlington, that is.
We hate to be biased on this, but just the actions of Brian Bugle can make you dislike the guy.
Tony Roy making his way around the ring.
Bugle comes over. Shot to the midsection.
Look out.
He's going to snap Marin right outside. Snap there by Tony Roy. And Brian Bugle down on the floor next to our broadcast table. And Brian Bugle talking to one of these young fans at ringside. That's a Tony Roy fan, we should point out. And Tony Roy's going to help him back in.
Use the ropes there to flip him back in. Twisting up the arm now.
Now he'll pull on that arm. Remember, that's the arm that was hurt earlier in the match, Jeff.
That's that left arm.
And Bilgo gets his feet into the ropes. Tony Roy would like to try a test of strength with Brian Bilgo. And Bilgo wants to pose a little bit and kiss his biceps for the crowd.
This can be very painful.
And they're locked up. And a kick by Bilgo to the midsection. Tony Roy back to his feet. And Bilgo, another knee to the midsection.
Tony Roy trying to get Burlington pumped up here. Back on his feet.
Oh! Flip.
Right on his back.
To the turnbuckle. Roy goes to the second rope. Got the clenched fist.
Right in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shots to the head.
And Bilgo staggers out of the turnbuckle after that. And one good, well-placed shot to the forehead. Pinning combination. Rake of the eyes. It looked like. Bilgo rams Roy's face into the mat. Now they come out of the ring again. Should say Bilgo's out of the ring and Roy is half in, half out.
Blatant chokehold. Now Bilgo going to the ropes, top rope. Roy not knowing where he is. There's Bilgo. Sunset flip.
Goes for the pin. And Roy able to get out of it. Now it goes for a slam. Bilgo going up to the second rope. Goes to the top turnbuckle.
Backward.
Comes down, knees come up right to the midsection of Brian Thunder Bilgo. Nice roll up.
He got him.
And the winner of the match will be Tony Roy. Now that's a pretty popular win here in Burlington. But Tony Roy comes up with the victory over Brian Thunder Bilgo. Thunder Bilgo drop kicks Roy from behind out of the ring. This one may not be over yet, Jeff. Tony Roy down on the floor. And Brian Thunder Bilgo remains in the ring. Tony Roy's gotten back to his feet at ringside. And Tony Roy is still out there. Brian Thunder Bilgo goes out. And Brian Thunder Bilgo coming behind us here. Our last match, we had some action near us at the end. But Tony Roy picks up the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for our third bout. From Warsaw, Poland, at 225 pounds, Rob Zakowski.
All the way from Warsaw, Poland, here's Rob Zakowski.
Good-looking young athlete.
At 215 pounds, from the jungles of Bombay, India, salute!
Look at this character.
This guy is from the jungles of Bombay, India, Sabu. Versus a gentleman that could become the new Polish power in wrestling, Rod Zakowski. Referee checking the boots of Zakowski. There's no boots to check on Sabu. Sabu is a very strange individual, Jeff.
As to say the least, Scott. He's running around the ring. Look at him.
And the bell sounds. This will be very interesting.
Does he think he's a cat or something?
Zakowski looks him over, and he's been able to avoid those diving moves. Oh, good kick to the back by Rod Zakowski.
Measuring each other up here.
Now they lock up in the center of the ring, collar and elbow. Nice arm drag by Zakowski.
And Sabu immediately gets out of the ring. Sabu once again going for that dive.
That's been ineffective so far against Zakowski. Nice hip toss, though, by Sabu, but a kick to the face by Zakowski. Sabu right near our location here, Jeff, and we've been hit almost twice so far tonight.
Hesitation cost Zakowski there.
Sure did, and Sabu came up with the, took the leg.
And Zakowski showing how flexible he can be. What's Sabu talking about? The referee didn't know, he just told him to wrestle.
Yeah, Sabu ought to keep his mind on the wrestling. And
I don't know if he has one.
Nice hip toss that time by Rod Zakowski from Poland. Sabu went for the leg again, but couldn't get it. Measure each other up again. In the middle of the ring, they tie up. Headlock by Sabu. Zakowski pushes him back to the ropes, sends him to the far side. Goes down. That was interesting. I haven't seen that done before.
Sabu, however, has that left leg of Zakowski now.
Ties it up. And Sabu has behind him, he had the ropes.
Went for the axe and missed there as Zakowski got out of the way just in time.
In the turnbuckle, Irish whip. Nice move by Zakowski. Nice savant kick. The tide beginning to turn. Hip lock to a headlock.
Zakowski, Rob Zakowski, showing those moves he learned over in Warsaw, Poland. He's been a long way. That's a long journey from Burlington, Vermont.
It sure is. And the way he's going, like I said, he could become the new Polish power in the New England Wrestling Federation.
Now Burlington Auditorium want to see a little bit more action here.
Fans getting pumped up for this. Still has a headlock.
Sabu with an eye rake. Chops the back of the neck. Now head first into the turnbuckle.
Blatant chokehold. Sabu with a arm drag, drop kick, now goes for the pin. And Zakowski was able to power out of that. Tied up in the over near one of the turnbuckles. Sabu with a headlock on Zakowski. Zakowski throws him into the ropes. Sabu came over, landed on his feet. Good drop kick by Zakowski. To the ropes again. Zakowski goes down. Another drop kick by Rod Zakowski, goes for the pin. But Jeff, he didn't hook the leg.
No, he didn't. And you're not going to get a guy from the jungles of Bombay, India.
Back to the headlock. Rod Zakowski with the upper hand at this point. Handful of hair by Sabu. Now Sabu with a hammerlock. Zakowski slips himself over out of the ring. Oh, what a move by Zakowski. Flying clothesline off the top of the ring, but once again, he didn't hook the leg.
Trying to go for that quick pin, but just not coming up with it.
Once again, a headlock in the center of the ring by Rod Zakowski.
Scissors.
Zakowski will try to work his way out of it. And he is able to get out, goes back to the headlock. So Rod Zakowski with the headlock on Sabu.
Oh, there's a shot to the midsection. Another one.
And Sabu was able to break the hold that way. Over, walking on the ropes.
Top ropes, Sabu.
Watch it walk down the ropes, Jeff. He's going to try to take it right to the other turnbuckle. What a move by Sabu. He walked from one turnbuckle to the other turnbuckle on that top rope.
How do you learn that move, Scott? Chase champions through the jungle?
I'm not sure, but he is from the jungles of Bombay, so he learned it from somebody over there. That was simply amazing. Rod Zakowski with a wrist lock.
Close fist.
Zakowski's going to try walking the ropes.
Right above us. Zakowski right above us. Oh, and a drop kick right from the top rope.
What a move by Rod Zakowski. Went for the pin. And that was a thrust right to the throat by Sabu. Suplex by Sabu.
Sabu wanting to get up to that top rope. Flips, but Zakowski moves out of the way and in time. And now with a clothesline.
Back to a headlock, down on the mat. It's Rod Zakowski with the upper hand at this point. We've had 3 good matches so far tonight, Jeff.
And a great card coming up, too.
Especially anchored by that main event with Abdullah the Bloody Butcher and the Sheik. In the turnbuckle, Sabu goes for the Irish whip. Reversal by Zakowski.
Sabu up and over the top rope. Shot to the midsection by Zakowski. Comes out with a sunset type flip to the outside.
And it didn't quite work as he couldn't flip him over. It landed right on Zakowski.
Referee exercising the 10 count. Zakowski gets back into the ring. Sabu still on the outside. Straight right hand by Sabu.
Oh, he caught him right when he was turning around.
Savant type kick. Once again by Rod Zakowski. Hip toss into the headlock. And Sabu's got to kind of watch his shoulders here, Jeff. A big splash off the top rope, but nobody home. Rod Zakowski right above us, goes to the top rope.
Zakowski does a flip, and Sabu moves, and Zakowski lands right on his chest area.
That was like watching Greg Louganis dive with that flip in the air. Sabu goes for the pin. Zakowski was able to kick out.
Crowd getting into it here in Burlington.
Sabu with a body slam. Now he goes back up onto the ropes, but the knees came up by Zakowski. Both competitors really tired. It's been a tough match.
They both go for the clothesline.
And the referee will exercise the 10 count here. Both competitors back to their knees. Sabu with the first shot. Zakowski on the outside of the ring goes to the top. Frankensteiner type move, a different variation of it. Irish whip. Sabu goes to the far turnbuckle. Zakowski follows him in, but Sabu held on. Sabu up to the second rope, comes down with that knee right into the chest area. Fist to the head. Headbutt. I think that hurt Sabu, though. He was kind of holding his head after that one. Irish whip reversal by Zakowski. Sabu went right out, hit the steps that go up into the ring. Zakowski wants to go out, but the referee's restraining him.
That had to hurt. He went right out onto the steps there. Zakowski trying to take every advantage he can.
Going for a suplex, going to suplex Sabu in. Sabu blocks it a second time. Zakowski right out onto this hard wood floor here at ringside.
And they're both out there just to the left of us. Someone's got to get into the... It's a 9 count. They're both counting out.
Double count out, Jeff. It was a tremendous contest. But a double count out here at Memorial Auditorium with the New England Wrestling Federation.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is no winner. Both men have been counted out.
And the match will continue here unofficially. pandemonium breaking loose in the ring after the bell rings. Bell rings once again. The referee's trying to get Sabu out of there. Zakowski grabs the referee. The referee between the two.
I wouldn't want to be the ref right now. So both men counted out of this match as Rob Zakowski went up on the top rope and Burlington wanted him to win, but as they were both counted out.
So the strange Sabu will head back to the locker room. Rod Zakowski
Still in the ring.
Zakowski made a lot of fans here tonight, though, at Burlington Memorial Auditorium.
And the crowd here in Burlington witnessing a good match there. And the main event coming up, Scott. Here comes the Sheik.
The United States heavyweight champion.
Here comes the Sheik.
Once again, we're part of this. Jeff, we have been advised that we may want to move.
It's probably a good idea. Sheik is, I don't think he likes Vermont that much.
It's the madman from the Sudan and the godfather of wrestling, Don Barzini, attacked. Abdullah is being attacked by the Sheik, and these guys have been rivals throughout wrestling, and Sabu is out there.
Don Barzini is on the floor right now. The godfather of wrestling.
And Sabu has Abdullah's leg, and the Sheik is driving something. Oh my God, this is bloody.
Oh, he's bleeding all over. The Sheik.
The Sheik, the United States heavyweight champion. Don Barzini takes out Sabu. Action at ringside here between Barzini and Sabu. Sabu took Barzini down. He's holding Abdullah's leg again. And here comes Barzini. He takes Sabu out. And we better watch all of our equipment here. And Sabu hits Abdullah with that kendo stick. And what a smack, Jeff. Barzini gets nailed. Abdullah, most recently seen in World Championship Wrestling, competing, going after Sting, the United States heavyweight champion in WCW.
Abdul.
And we've kind of moved our location back.
Abdul the Butcher and the Sheik.
Abdul is going for something in his boot. Neither one of these guys are
The cleanest wrestlers on earth, Jeff.
It's a bloodbath here in Burlington.
We were advised to get away from ringside for this match. And we did. We took that advice. Our monitor has been hit, I believe. It's been knocked askew over there near the ring. And Abdullah right now has the upper hand, but he's bleeding from the forehead. Big Abdullah, he's got something in that right hand as well.
Both wrestlers bleeding heavily.
Barzini here at ringside. And Barzini and Sabu still at ringside. That kendo stick is playing a big role here in this match. Don Barzini gets rid of his jacket. He's ready to go fighting. He's going to chase after Sabu.
Oh, they take the referee out. The Sheik takes the referee out.
Referee is down. Sabu still at ringside. Barzini still at ringside. Barzini's making sure Sabu doesn't interfere right now. The ref is still knocked down.
He's bleeding too, the referee.
Here comes the second referee. So one referee is down. The second referee from the NEWF is out there. And a disqualification.
Oh, the ref takes a shot from Abdullah.
And they're
calling
calling
for some
more
help.
wrestlers.
Here they come.
And we got them coming by us. Abdullah gets nailed.
Pandemonium.
Barzini's at ringside. Still.
Pandemonium in the ring.
All kinds of action going on.
There's blood all over the place.
And this is just like a battle royal. Pandemonium breaking loose.
Abdullah working on Sabdul right now.
And maybe we can get a word with the Godfather, Don Barzini, after it's hits the Sheik. And Abdullah's at ringside again. And right on our former broadcast location.
It's the Sheik and Abdullah.
We decided we'd head into the stands here. That's why they didn't want us around, Jeff.
I guess so. It's pandemonium. No one can. The butcher.
What a bloodbath. Abdullah's got the kendo stick. He's hitting everybody. But Jeff, it's just kind of going on out here.
It's undescribable. It's kind of hard to describe when you're in such a dangerous position as we are, Scott.
Everybody's saying get next to ringside, and no way.
They're trying to break this up.
The referee has been bloodied.
Here comes Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan with that big axe, clearing the ring. And Paul Bunyan has cleared the ring.
He's cleared ringside. Kind of a stare down over here. Here's Sabu. Barcini's getting out of there.
And Paul Bunyan, 7'5", 460 pounds, has cleared the ring.
Ringside, Jeff. And Abdullah is still here. Here's Abdullah.
He's come back out.
And he attacks his manager. The bad man from the Sudan attacking his manager. And oh my God, he's heading towards our broadcast truck. Abdullah's a crazy man.
Now he's hitting a few fans.
Jeff, I'm going to try to make my way to ringside again, but Abdullah's still out here. He's heading back to the ring, and a face-off with the giant, Paul Bunyan. The giant in the ring. Abdullah looks him over. This could be one we've been waiting for tonight. And the giant is inviting him into the ring. Abdullah's going to leave ringside. And we'll see if we can get Don Barcini. I'm staying away from there while Abdullah's out here. This guy's nuts. I don't go around where people... Abdullah being sent back to the dressing room. The giant and Don Barcini having words. And now the giant's going after the Godfather, Don Barcini. But Abdullah shows up again. And that'll end that. The big giant, Paul Bunyan, at ringside. Abdullah's up on the stage. Oh my God, he's got some of our equipment. Greg Price, our ring announcer. Greg, have you ever seen anything like this?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Scott. This is incredible. I've never seen anything like this. It doesn't seem as though there's a person in the house who's untouched by all of this.
Abdullah just took a camera case. I really fear for my people that are up on the stage. And
I'll tell you, there's one person who's responsible for this. It's Don Barcini, the godfather of wrestling. He did this. He arranged this spectacle. He had these guys sign the contracts. He didn't take the proper precautions to ensure the safety of the people here at ringside.
Well, we've been involved with one incident already tonight, and you warned us to get away from ringside when Abdullah came out. And I have to agree with you, it's Mr. Barcini's problem.
and I wish we could find him and talk to him about this and see what he's got planned next time he decides to come back to Burlington.
Well, I'm sure at this point he's probably slithered into a hole somewhere, you know, where no one else can find him, and I would be very surprised if he reemerged, you know, before Groundhog's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Andy Ellison.
Making his way to the ring right now.
Well, that was an auspicious entrance.
East Germany at 235 pounds, Carl von Stryker.
Carl von Stryker is his opponent.
Waiting for Carl van Stryker to come out of the dressing room.
Jeff, don't put your hands on this table.
I noticed there's...
It's been severely bloodied. The last time we were here in Memorial Auditorium in Burlington, we didn't get quite this close to the action, and we discussed it in production meetings and said, well, we'd like to be at ringside. I think that was a big mistake.
Waiting for Carl van Stryker to come out of the dressing room.
While we're still waiting on Carl von Stryker, why we have this chance, I'd like to remind everybody of the pay-per-views coming up. The Best of Hulk Hogan will be coming up on pay-per-view. Hulk Hogan, the WWF World Heavyweight Champion. And also coming up, Halloween Havoc from World Championship Wrestling. That's only going to be on pay-per-view. And Starrcade 91 from the Tokyo Dome in Japan. Also available on pay-per-view. Check your local Adelphia cable systems for availability in your area. I'd like to remind everybody that tapes of this program are available for $10. You give Lori Murphy a call at 658-5165. We'll show you that number once again at the end of the program. But it's only $10 for this great card of championship wrestling from the New England Wrestling Federation here at Burlington's Memorial Auditorium. And Carl von Stryker has not answered a call yet.
Fans there in Burlington waiting for the arrival of Carl van Stryker. And
his opponent in the ring, been waiting for him. Here he is, off to our left.
so here comes Carl van Stryker to the ring.
Don't you people have any class? Stand up when you see a caliber athlete. What's wrong with you? Stand up and show respect. This thing on? What is this American technology? The thing don't even work.
Comments from Carl von Stryker here at ringside. I think I got the blood that time. Being told to get into the ring, Jeff, and he's just been hit by a... Well, now, Jeff, it wasn't flying bodies, it was...
Here we go again. Oh, now he's leaving. And Stryker is leaving.
I'm getting a little paranoid here at ringside. Well, Mr. Von Stryker has left the ring area, gone back to the dressing room. Scott Brimblecombe and Jeff Allen here at ringside, Philadelphia Cable Sports and the New England Wrestling Federation. Jeff, he was upset at me. He grabbed my broadcast microphone. Then he grabbed the house PA, which was damaged in that last contest with Abdullah and the Sheik, and he was mad at us because the microphone didn't work.
Finally.
Well, we might have. The fans are getting on Mr. Von Stryker about his lack of hair.
And the bell is rung, and we're underway with another exciting match here from the New England Wrestling Federation.
Now they're kind of staring each other down.
Few choice words for each other. Probably a good thing he doesn't have your microphone now.
That's probably very true, Jeff.
Shot, and he tried to duck it. Off the turnbuckle. Leg drop. And Van Stryker is out of the ring. Being chased around the ring now. And Van Stryker heading back to the dressing area. Now coming back out for the match, Van Stryker.
Here we go again. Is this feed on announcers night or something?
If it is, they're all doing their job. So they're finally in the ring. That's something we haven't seen a lot of tonight.
That's very true. And the fans really getting on Carl Von Stryker
for his lack of hair. They lock up.
Waist lock, reversal by Von Stryker. Another reversal. Float over. Tries to go for the float over. Von Stryker's decided to go outside the ring again. Now, that's where he spent the majority of this match already, is outside of the ring. Complaining about his tights being pulled. Referee asking the fans. What a contest. What a card of wrestling here in Burlington's Memorial Auditorium.
They lock up.
Collar and elbow into the ropes. Drop kick.
Now Van Stryker with a headlock, flips him over onto the mat. Still in that headlock.
Jeff, I didn't catch the ring announcement of okay, Andy Ellison is the guy in black, and Carl Von Steiner
Steiner from East Germany at 240 pounds, and Andy Allison from Montreal at 240 pounds. Steiner with the headlock. Flips him onto the mat.
Still with that headlock, Karl von Steiner from East Germany.
Match of strength right here. And Steiner pulls a hair of Allison. Referee warning Steiner not to pull a hair.
Oh, headlock once again by von Steiner. Now, Allison will try to power out. Handful of hair by von Steiner.
The referee asking the fans there in Burlington, the fans said they...
Well, you know, actually, the referee, if he didn't see it, he can't make the guy break. He can't ask the fans. You know, not to be critical of a referee, but that's just the way it is. Front face lock. You know, our commentary has kind of gone downhill since we had the big Abdullah the Butcher here at ringside.
Now Steiner with a shot to the upper body, and another one. Allison twists that arm around. Steiner gives him another shot to the body. He finally puts him down on the mat. Working on that left arm of Karl von Steiner.
Got the arm bar on von Steiner.
Van Steiner and Allison. Steiner throws him to the ropes. Body block by Allison. Allison back off the ropes. Leapfrog. Off the ropes again. Body block, but blocked there by Steiner, and he brings him down to the mat. Flying elbow drop.
Von Steiner with the upper hand right now, but the fans are really getting to him.
Van Steiner looking to throw Allison out of the ring, and does so.
And these fans really like this because our table's been involved. Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go again. Get up.
There we go again.
Von Steiner throws Allison onto the table again.
Ooh. Well, we lost our broadcast location once again.
Von Steiner in the ring with Allison on our broadcast table.
This table's taking a beating tonight.
Should just leave it down.
Well, I think we can go, well, our monitor almost got it that time, Jeff.
Von Steiner throws him into the turnbuckle.
The attendants are at ringside trying to get our table set back up. I think it is. It is. I'm real paranoid about this place this time around.
Well, he should be. Von Steiner trying to bring Allison back into the ring.
Then we can make it back over here.
Meanwhile, wrestling action continues.
DDT by Von Steiner. And a kick out by Andy Ellison.
2.5 count there.
And a DDT is something you usually don't get up from.
Block.
Block.
Both exchanging punches here. Allison with a clothesline puts Von Steiner to the mat. Allison now flings him to the rope. Drop kick, but Von Steiner holds on.
And Ellison hit at the back of his head. Boot right in the face by Von Steiner.
Hammer to the back of Ellison.
Front face lock. Or face lock, chin lock, excuse me, by Von Steiner on Ellison. You know, Von Steiner, very arrogant when he came to the ring, still insisted on being from East Germany, even though I don't think he knows what reunification is.
That's for sure.
This could be a sleeper-type maneuver. And holds his hand up. Ellison is still very much in this match. Elbows to the midsection of Von Steiner.
Allison brings him to the turnbuckle. Face first.
Time to get back up again, Jeff. They're getting... Hey, even our ring attendant here sitting next to me with the bell is getting paranoid about this.
Allison with a shot to the midsection. Now
Irish whip.
Whips Von Steiner into the turnbuckle.
Nice shoulder block right into the midsection. Another Irish whip. Big boot.
Caught the boot coming in of Von Steiner.
His feet are on the ropes.
And the referee gave him a 3 count. Von Steiner with a controversial win because his feet had leverage on the ropes. And
Von Steiner had his feet on the second ring rope, but comes up with the victory. And so he'll go back with the victory. Andy Ellison arguing this point. And it's true that he did have his foot on the ropes. And so the decision has been reversed, Jeff. The referee reversed the decision.
I'm sorry, correction has been a reversal. Your winner, Andy Ellison.
So Andy Ellison from Montreal, Canada, picks up the victory over Carl Von Steiner. Referee's reversal on that. And we're hoping we might be able to interview Don Barzini before we go off the air this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to once again thank some of